Hello everybody, I am Dr. Arpita Kumanapalli and I'm glad you're watching this video. In this video, I'll be talking about fatty liver. It is estimated that fatty liver disease affects 20 to 40% of the population. The surprising fact that this type of liver disease often doesn't cause any obvious symptoms. Many people don't even realize they have fatty liver until they have testing such as CT scan or ultrasound for another health concern, or if they experience an obvious alert symptom like a pain in the abdomen. So when it comes to fatty liver, there are two types of disease. One is non-alcoholic fatty liver disease and alcoholic fatty liver disease. Having a fatty liver can leave you feeling tired or cause mild abdominal discomfort, that is called fatty liver pain, but otherwise you may not have any symptoms. The good news is that the liver is highly regenerative. In fact, it is the only organ that can regenerate itself. The human body's largest organ is the liver, and this vital organ, it helps in storing energy, helps to digest food, remove toxins and poisons from the body. So what is fatty liver disease? Fatty liver disease is a common health problem that results from buildup of extra fat in the liver. It's totally normal for a liver to contain a small amount of fat, but when fat storage reaches to 15% of the liver's total weight, then a person is said to have fatty liver disease. And the severity of a fatty liver, also called as steatosis, can be graded into grade 1, grade 2 or grade 3 fatty liver. The more fat in the liver, the higher the grade and the more likely for the fatty liver to cause problems. So, what are the causes for fatty liver? In non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, people have a buildup of fat in the liver that is not caused by alcohol. But the damage to the liver is similar to what occurs in case of an alcoholic fatty liver disease, so which is directly linked to the consuming of large quantities of alcohol. When I say large quantity, the large amount of alcohol is typically said to be more than 1 drink per day on average for women and more than 2 drinks per day on average for men. So it is possible to note that it is possible to have non-alcoholic fatty liver disease and exhibit no symptoms. And this is very common. So when symptoms occur, there are several possibilities. The symptoms of a fatty liver due to alcoholic or non-alcoholic can include fatigue, weakness, loss of appetite, nausea, abdominal pain, especially in the upper right abdomen, and also you see swelling there in the upper abdomen. There will be spider-like blood vessels and itching and jaundice, which is the yellowing of the skin and eyes, and buildup of fluid and swelling of the legs, which is called edema, and the swelling of the abdomen, which is called ascites, and also mental confusion. So the causes of a fatty liver means excess accumulation of fat, which leads to fatty liver in an alcoholic liver disease is because of consuming large amounts of alcohol. But when it comes to non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, NAFLD, the causes include being overweight or obese, insulin resistance, high blood sugar, which we call hyperglycemia, which indicates pre-diabetes or even having type 2 diabetes, high levels of fat, especially triglycerides in the bloodstream. And all of these possible causes seem to encourage excess deposit of fat within the liver. In all of these causes, obesity is most likely the topmost or the prevalent cause. So what are the risk factors for fatty liver disease? As I said, obesity, type 2 diabetes, and something called metabolic syndrome or metabolic disorder, and someone belonging to a Hispanic race, rapid weight loss, high blood pressure, middle-aged or older people. It's most prevalent who are middle-aged or older, but sometimes younger people, including children, can also have non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, and certain infections like hepatitis C. Also, certain drugs like corticosteroids and certain cancer treating drugs, exposure to some toxins, and also genetic or metabolic conditions or prescription medications sometimes the steroids, and also it may increase the risk of non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. So if you're taking any one of the medications and are diagnosed with fatty liver disease, you can go to your doctor and ask for substitution with another drug. Because if you leave this fatty liver disease untreated, then it is going to be definitely life-threatening. 20% of people usually progress to cirrhosis, the next stage, which can lead to abdominal fluid buildup, swelling of veins in their esophagus, which can rupture and bleed, and there will be confusion and drowsiness and slurring of speech. Also, end-stage liver failure, where the liver will stop functioning and ending in liver cancer as well. So, in that case, we need to have a liver transplant. People with NAFLD and cirrhosis are all believed to be at the risk of developing liver cancer. But this can be treated with the right fatty liver disease diet and some powerful, easy home remedies. You may be able to improve the state of your liver starting today. So the natural ways include following a healthy fatty liver disease diet loaded with whole foods, and also a number of supplements that can be helpful as well. So here are the foods to boost your liver function. Incorporate more plant-based diet foods and choose helpful fatty liver foods, including vegetables, fruits, and healthy fats. The helpful foods are known to decrease inflammation while also aiding the body in its use of insulin, which is often a problem for people with fatty liver. So foods high in monounsaturated fats like olives, olive oil, avocados and nuts. Foods rich in omega-3 fatty acids like salmon, sardines, chia seeds, flax seeds and walnuts. Also high antioxidant foods that can help to protect the liver cells from damage, like items rich in vitamin E. So healthy foods which are rich in vitamin E include sunflower seeds and almonds. And the liver boosting vegetables include leafy greens like mustard greens, and also green tea has shown to help decrease body fat and discourage obesity. Mediterranean and ketogenic diet. Following a Mediterranean diet has suggested it decreases the fat in the liver. The diet emphasizes vegetables, fruits, whole grains, legumes, beneficial fat sources like extra virgin olive oil, and healthy proteins like sardines and omega-3 fatty acid rich food. So now you can take it one step further and follow a Mediterranean ketogenic diet. And also you should remember what foods to avoid. If you are looking to follow a fatty liver diet menu and lifestyle that can help to improve the state of your liver, there are some things you definitely want to avoid. Of course, excess alcohol is a huge no-no, especially if you have alcoholic fatty liver disease. There are also a number of foods and other items known to have a negative impact on the liver. These include, as I said, too much alcohol or too much caffeine, packaged goods that contain refined vegetable oils, artificial ingredients, sweeteners, artificial colors, fruits and vegetables which are heavily filled with pesticides and herbicides, in other words, non-organic crops, factory farm animal products, farm-raised fish or conventional dairy that had been pasteurized and homogenized, refined sugar, as well as too much fructose, refined grains, uncooked shellfish, and certain medications, especially acetaminophen, eating any poisonous wild mushrooms, exposure to harsh chemicals like endocrine disrupting chemicals. All these foods need to be avoided. Supplements that boost liver health. According to a review published in 2015, there are some supplements that have specifically been shown to help in the treatment of non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. These include vitamin E and vitamin C. Since oxidative stress can play a significant role in the development of pathogenesis of non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, antioxidant agents like vitamin E and vitamin C could be beneficial in the treatment of fatty liver. Vitamin D. Research has shown that vitamin D deficiency can result in insulin resistance, metabolic syndrome, and NAFLD, or the non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Resveratrol found in red wine as well as foods like red grapes, raw cacao, berries is also available in supplemental form. Resveratrol appears to decrease the severity of the fatty liver disease in many animal models in research. Anthocyanin. Animal research point towards anthocyanin's ability to decrease fat accumulation in liver and counteract liver inflammation. Also, green tea extract, both in vitro and in vivo experiments demonstrated that green tea, it has a catechin named EGCG. It helps prevent this fat accumulation by decreasing absorption of fats and carbs. Garlic. Garlic derived SAMC appears beneficial to non-alcoholic fatty liver disease because it can regulate fat storage and glucose metabolism. Ginger also helps to prevent non-alcoholic fatty liver disease or slow down its progression to much severe disease. Probiotic and prebiotics. The gut-liver axis is an important pathway when it comes to non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. This is associated with small intestinal bacterial overgrowth and increased intestinal permeability. So in other words, SIBO and leaky gut appear to be important factors in non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, and that is the reason prebiotics and probiotics both can be beneficial. So try to incorporate more of these foods into your diet as well as high quality probiotic supplements. Cinnamon will help improve insulin resistance and oxidative stress. Curcumin. The active component of turmeric, curcumin can reduce fat deposits in the liver. It may also prevent fatty liver progression because of its potent antioxidant and anti-inflammatory activities. Detox your liver. Check with your doctor, especially if you're having diabetes or you're struggling with the blood sugar issues. You may want to consider a liver cleanse. You can watch about liver cleanse in my other videos. I hope this information was helpful. Here is a scripture to meditate. 1 Corinthians 10:31. So whether you eat or drink or whatever you do it all for the glory of God. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to share this video with your family and friends. I'll see you again in my next video.